All right, so welcome again to Tibalt's Apprentice. Frank, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
So I just want to talk about a few basic things that kind of came up in the conversations that we had last time, and maybe elaborate on them a little bit more. So one of the first topics is, how do you shop for Magic cards?
Amazon.
Amazon?
We used to go to Frankincense,
Right?
but then I found out that Frankincense is a little more expensive than usual.
Okay.
So I just go on Amazon and I pick whatever cards I see that are cheap,
Okay.
that are good enough to go up against what I'm going up against.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just get those in a bunch. And I guess if I get them in a bunch, you get them cheaper.
Okay. So you shop basically just online, and when you go to get those cards, has that changed over the years, or have you always, like you said, you used to go to Frankinson's?
Mm-hmm.
Has the rest of it though? Has any of that changed? I mean, you always get from Amazon, or do
Yes.
you look? Okay.
Amazon, or eventually when a new pack comes out, a new deck.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, what I look for is the long box. I forget what they're called.
So like the booster, either you get a booster box or you get the toolkit.
The toolkit.
You get a toolkit.
I usually
Okay.
look for the toolkit, and
Okay.
basically a lot of them hasn't been coming out with a toolkit.
Right.
Like this previous one didn't come out with a toolkit.
Okay.
So I just buy the two boosters that come with it, and then that's about it.
That's it? Okay. So that was one of the things, whether or not or how your shopping has changed. I'm always going to say, of course, where's it at? Should be on here somewhere. Yes, shop small. So I'm always a big fan of going to the shops and stuff, but I also hunt for the shops and stuff. I'll go out and I'll look for places. Like right now, we're at Game Hub. Thanks again, guys, both Matt and John and everybody there. So that's one of the places. But I'm always out hunting for places when we go anywhere and stuff. I'm always looking for a game shop. I'm looking for a comic book store. I'm looking for someplace to buy. But you can't always do that.
No,
you don't
you
always
can't.
have the time. You don't. So,
Or the gas.
Exactly. So in the case like that, it's great to be able to shop from home. One of the other questions that I wondered, though, is how much do you spend on cards?
$20, no more than $20.
Okay, why that number? Is there any particular reason, or that just seemed like a good limit to you?
Good limit.
Yeah?
I don't want to overdo it,
Okay.
because then the wife gets mad. And then
Well, that's an easy thing to do, because looking at the amount of cards that I have, I don't think it'd be a stretch to say I have 100,000 cards. Now, I've absorbed other people's collections and kept
Oh, wow.
the chaff. I sold off the larger, the more expensive ones or whatever.
I have two big giant boxes full of cards.
2 boxes like that. So I've got
And
two.
one hidden.
One
I
hidden.
don't
where
want
the-
her to know how much I
You probably shouldn't have said it on here.
She won't see this.
Okay, so I probably got 2 of those in one closet. I have another dresser that has probably another 4 of those stacked, and then I have some in the bedroom, and then I have 20 pre-constructed decks laying around the house, plus as well as stacks that I buy. Just way too many cards. So at some point within the year, I'm going to have to do something to get rid of those. But the way I've bought cards and the way I think about the game has changed too. Part of that because of me playing Arena, because I'm playing online, I get a chance to test the cards first. I get a chance to play with them, see what I like, and then buy the specific cards. Another thing that I do, which is terrible at this point, I have so many cards that I can't find anything. So instead of searching for the cards, at this point I'll buy the decks. And when I do that, I tend to do that online. But I'll know the specific deck list that I want. And it's roughly 40 cards or whatever. I get those. I know I have land. I can find those easy enough. But I'll always get...
Oh yeah, I got tons of lands. I even give some away to a few friends that we have that plays with us.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do, is to be able to donate your cards. When you buy the cards that way, though, when you buy the cards...
Well, usually what I do is I go on Google and I look for a certain type of card that I'm thinking of, I guess, that might exist. Because sometimes they have fake cards,
Right.
Like the Donald Trump one and
some of the proxies and
vampire
stuff
ones
like
and stuff like
that.
that.
Sure. Okay.
So I usually go on Google and then I look for certain type of cards. And then once I find the card that I want, that I like, I look it up on Amazon. If they have it, and if it's the price that I'm willing to go for, I get it.
Okay.
I usually go for no higher than $5
Okay.
on a card. Anything higher than that, forget it.
Okay. For me, I generally, you said a limit of $20. I don't have a limit on cards, but I can't think of a card that I spent more than $15 for. And that wasn't a hard set limit, but it was one, and it was Kalia the Vast. And I got that because I had sold mine off. I sold it off, and I got like $30 for it. I needed the money at the time. So anyhow,
Yeah, I know how that feels. I needed the money at the time when I had crap, what's it called? It's a vampire set.
Huh?
It's one of them is it only costs like $2 or $3, which is Sanguine's Bond.
Uh-huh.
And then the other one, the opposite one, the one that's like $30 right now.
Oh, right.
That one.
So your combo there and stuff. So
Yeah, so I need to. That's the only one that I would probably spend $26 on
just to get back.
just to get back.
So one of the things though is the way you shop for cards. Does that affect how you build the deck? Now you said you look for card. What do I want to say? Card actions or card abilities. But you look for that first, or do you look at the price first and then try to put together a budget?
No, I look for the ability, what it does, and then I look it up to see how much it costs. And I always find, because if you scroll down Amazon and stuff like that, you can always find a cheaper version of it.
Sure.
So I always go for the cheapest version.
So another thing that I want to do then is, and this will be for everybody, and it'll be for people watching, and for you too, is there's 2 or 3 different budget builders that make excellent budget decks that have cards in there that are only a few bucks a piece. Maybe the entire deck only costs $20 or $30, but it's very competitive and well tuned. Because you're playing a kitchen table format where pretty much anything goes, right? For the most part, it's a free for all. It's a shark pit, so anything goes. There are good cards in that pool. Have you ever thought about playing Pauper?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, Pauper is a format that's gaining in popularity. I mean, it's been around forever, but all common cards. That's all you can have in it as common cards. They have to have been printed at some point as a common. Now, their rarity levels may have changed or have been adjusted for later sets. So you might find cards that were previously uncommon that got downgraded to a common. So there's a specific list. You could check that. But that's another fun and efficient way to play Magic, too. So we talked a little bit about, last time you were with me, about some of the cards that you like to play as far as types. And if I got this right, you like big monsters, vampires, zombies, and I believe you said your favorite was dragons. So when it comes to dragons, what are some of your favorites?
There's this red and green one that's legendary, and it does double strike.
Okay.
And it gives all other dragons double strike.
Okay. Do you have any of them here?
No, it's on the other table.
Okay. Through the magic of editing, I'll have you run and grab that if you want to.
This deck, it's all colors, I think, except for white.
Okay.
Let's see. This is one of my favorite cards for that deck.
Ah,
Especially in a group.
Breath of the
Malakath or something like that.
Malker, yeah. Does 5 damage to each opponent. Very nice.
And then, of course, this one.
Right? The Falling Star. Oh, from Kamigawa. Nice. When he's put into the graveyard, it deals 5 damage to each creature without flying.
Most likely, a lot of people like to play like small creatures and stuff to build an army and stuff like that.
So you've got a board wipe built into basically on a stick. Crufix of Fate. Nice. Another good removal card for
Now, there's one card that's missing here that I think I forgot to put on. It's basically, let's say you have a 10-10 on the battlefield. It's a red card, and what it does is it deals the damage of the dragon to all creatures and all players.
Nice.
But I forgot what it's called. There's a red card though. It looks like a fireball or something.
Okay, we'll have to look that up and see. Not that I have a lot of dragons, but I did mention the fact that I had a Talia the Vast deck. And since her ability is to put an angel, demon, or dragon onto the battlefield if she attacks, the Bogorn Hellkite, flash, flying, when he enters the battlefield, 5 damage, divided as you choose between creatures or players.
I have that one.
A mana charged dragon, since you definitely like playing in group environments. Flying, trample, and when there's multiple players, whenever mana charged dragon attacks or is blocked, each player, starting with you, may pay any amount of mana to give it plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where that's the amount of damage, or rather, that's the amount of mana paid. So if you're playing in a multiplayer game and somebody else is getting out of hand, other players can help take them out by spending extra mana. The World Renderer, nice. Flying, trample. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. Very nice.
It's basically a dragon I control. It counts as itself.
Sure.
Absolutely. Of course, there's this one. See, that's one of the cards
The
that
Evening Star.
cost me about $6 to get.
Right. Right. Also good for group play, for sure.
And there's this.
The Dragon Fang. Tatsuma the Dragon Fang. Equipment, +5/+5,
Or it turns into a 5/5.
or it turns into a 5/5. Nice.
There's the Hellcat.
Ah, yes, that's it. Bogorn Hellkite. Yep, that's the one that I just read. That's a nice one, for sure.
So, of course, this one.
So I was going to say, you probably already are aware, but there's a Dragon EDH deck out there that contains all the colors. And
You're talking about the Commander deck?
yes,
Yes, I have it.
okay, that's a good one.
But I alternated it.
Yeah,
I put curses in it.
okay, nice.
I found this particular curse that works with dragons.
So when you're looking at those, are you looking for enter the battlefield effects or just large bodies?
Large bodies, and hopefully when I have that other double strike out, it's easy.
Easy to wipe the board then?
Yeah, but the actual combo that I have for that is that dragon plus another, and that other card that I was telling you that it deals the powers damage to all creatures and all players.
Nice. Easy way to finish the game then. For sure.
But like we always say, it's all about luck.
Yes, that's true. Well, one of my upcoming vlogs here, we're going to talk about reducing the luck in the game to make it a little bit better. Hypergeometric distribution. I don't know if you've ever heard that term, but we have a way of helping you figure out the chances of you drawing a card based on cards drawn and so on, but we'll discuss that another time. But in the meantime, I say we wrap this up and we play a little bit of EDH maybe.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.